live stream may contain mature material some viewers might not find suitable.
Hello everybody and welcome. My name is LDZ, aka Lord Diaz, and this is a very special edition of the Level 99 live stream where we are feeling fine all the way up here at Level 99. When last we had time, on Monday, we started watching Dashfire's excellent weekly recap of all things Dark Side Phil. We didn't get through all of it, but I hope to see to the end of it today. So, without any further ado, let's jump right on in. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us here tonight, whether you're watching this live or on the replay. Please do like, share, and leave a comment. I engage and respond to everything, even comments that were auto-moderated for whatever reason, and I didn't see them until I really dug deep into my YouTube studio. So please do keep the conversations going. And in fact, Lechero recommended through a comment that I play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Tournament Fighters game. And so that's what we're going to be doing for the next retro replay. But this weekend, this Saturday, I will be live streaming a Step Mania Marathon. So write that down. Take some notes. And until then,
I try to contact customer support.
let's enjoy Dashfire together.
To get them on the phone, and I'm not even kidding. They hang up on you.
And then DSP.
Wait a minute. Stop. Stop.
Obama.
Whoa. Buddy, King Be Cruel in the house. Welcome, pimp. Good to see you, my friend. We stopped at 50-50 last time because I watched the video. I take notes, fellas. All right, here we go.
We're not giving him $50 for this gameplay.
Happy May 1st Eve to you, my friend. Big ups, me,
and of
amigo.
course, what does DSP
and
do
thank you for being a part of the show by typing in exclamation point.
He messes around with the settings, even though he doesn't know what the settings do. And his audience has to tell him how to fix things in the setting as well. Then he also let the mask slip a bit. He made a joke about Keemstar being bald. Then realized he made the joke and said, "Oh, I'm just kidding. Shout out to Keemstar. I'm just joking, dude." But of course, if anyone made a joke about DSP,
Daddy Keemstar is going to be upset.
They're a mouth-drooling moron. And also, in a moment that's absolutely hilarious, DSP changes the text size to large and still finds it very tiny and barely able to be read. And then he gets a tip.
Old
then
man.
Wondered how fake
how many times must we teach you this lesson, old man? You can't have your television set, your computer monitor, all the way across the room so he can hit him with one of these. Daddy Keem will be coming for Phil here soon. One can hope. Look, so do you guys know about the Creator Clash 3 and it's all falling apart? So why don't they just turn it into a deathmatch pro wrestling thing? I will gladly do a deathmatch with any other creator on the internet. You fly me out, you board me up, and I will throw myself and other people through panes of glass and fluorescent tubes and barbed wire if it meant also rolling around in the trash with these locals.
Can't put your name on the leaderboard because I forgot.
I'll be taking a box cutter to their heads and cutting them open. Hard style.
You have the email there with their name and you can just reread it. But of course, you know, for that to happen, the email and the tip have to be real.
Damn.
And of course, the meth head, Cypress TV back again, guide and DSP how to play Oblivion.
Yikes.
This is the new thing DSP's been doing. Well, not really new, but new-ish. Whenever someone donates on YouTube, he now shames them for not donating on Kick. That is right.
Damn.
You give him money, and he calls you a fucking idiot for not...
Brady on Twitch says Diaz and PWR versus DSP. Somebody book that.
Donating on Kick.
Somebody book that.
Chill environment. Then we have this, where chat asks, are Kick subs broken? Because DSP's not getting any subs from Kick at this point. DSP, no, I think Kick viewers are broken. Ack.
Oh, hell no.
DSP was all about channel points. Because last week, he finally got channel points on Kick. And one of the advantages is that you can use those channel points for highlighted messages in the Kick chat. And DSP says he will not read highlighted messages while playing the game. It goes even further
That's cold,
than that.
bro.
He is now saying because Kick is not supporting him, they're not giving him money, he is not reading the chat from Kick. Then we have Captain DCW, the guy who does the haikus. Hey Phil, me and Mom finally found a place 30 minutes from work. Time to start packing up for the move. Imagine giving someone money to tell him that. How much of a loser you are. And not only did he do that, he gave him a $100 tip that saved the stream.
Wow.
And then super chats and memberships at...
I missed that. I got thrown into ads. What did Phil say about his Kick viewers? He was shaming people that were contributing through YouTube and saying, why aren't you contributing through Kick?
End of the stream started coming in. And of course, DSP saw it, but he didn't say anything. So he could milk more money out of his dents.
Oof.
And then tomorrow night, DSP is going to try to pre-order the Switch 2
Oh,
online.
yes.
I mean, there's no way
Sweets
this
taken
could
before
backfire
disaster.
on DSP in a major way, right? Then we have James C. Anderson gifting 5 DSP memberships.
Not only is that low for Phil, but let's not forget he's partnered on Kick, so he gets an hourly rate. So by showing up and just watching, they are supporting him. Greedy pig. True. True. Imagine, bros. Guaranteed streaming money every time you go live. I mean, it fluctuates depending on how many people you have watching, but it's still something, bro.
And look at this old man. It's almost like it's a bot account that was inactive that OIC now has as a sock account. And of course, Daily Rap.
Really
is
makes
all
you
about
think.
Money. As he put Blueprints Fun, Oblivion premieres, and Final, which I think is supposed to be finally, goals are back. That's right, 10 minutes of begging for support.
Woo!
And also,
I love it when he
scolding Kick
begs.
Chat for not giving him money. And look at this thumbnail. Look at the face.
Ugh.
Why would you put that face on the thumbnail? Who's gonna click on this with that face?
I'm sure as hell not. Wednesday. We're halfway through it. It's Wednesday now.
Let's look at Wednesday.
Excellent.
And we start off today looking at the rules of DSP Gaming. And look at rule number 2 and 3.
I think they are doing this to him because Phil doesn't believe in Joe Hendry.
This is a certified hood classic.
I'm a co-sign on that because that's some real shit you just said.
Absolutely no referencing of detractor/hater content. Please stick to the topic of the stream when appropriate. That is right. Only he can bring up detractors. And don't talk about anything, especially sports, other than the stream. Now, these rules will be extremely funny considering what happens tonight and the next day. And
Wow.
you've heard of McLovin. Well, this is McBaggin. And then we have Jangarine.
I missed that.
DSP Gaming, you're missing out on Fatal Fury, man. The game feels a lot more old school than other FGs right now. And the online is great. DSP Gaming, I don't care about Fatal Fury.
Damn.
I have more than enough other stuff going on to learn another fighting game. In fact, I'm glad I'm taking a break from them.
So there was like a million different ways that this guy could have responded to this guy. I don't care about Fatal Fury. I had my time with Fatal Fury. I'm not as into it as I thought I would be. I got other stuff going on. Thanks for the recommendation. Like, that's how easy it was. Blake, what up, pimp? Gunnels. Tell me if I said that wrong, by the way. Yeah, like, you don't have to, like, that's the fun of learning a fighting game. That's the fun. Trying to figure out the meta and trying to figure out, like, the way things work. Like, randomly, last night, I started playing Tekken 8 a little bit. I was playing as Clive for a little bit. Just because, like, everybody was talking about how this new 2.0 update for Tekken 8 completely, like, ruined the game, and it's all offensive stuff now, and all of your defensive things are not as defensive as they should be. And so I, like, jumped back to see, like, all right, what is everybody talking about? And I thought I did pretty good. There's a lot. I am so hard-coded to play Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, bro, so I keep falling into those old habits. But there were a couple of times when I was playing Tekken 8, online and ranked and having a pretty good time, like figuring out how to do things and working around other characters. And I think they also have an excellent tutorial where they tell you how to punish certain characters. So if you know you're always having an issue with this one particular character that does this one particular thing, guess what? You can jump in, lab it out, and figure out how to work, how to counter it.
The fun of the FGC.
Said it right?
When the meta of the
Thank
game
you.
is spoiled during
I am
beta,
deaf in one
you have
ear,
a
so I
problem.
may
When
have a
Jank
speech
Reams
impediment.
Spoiled? Dude, the game wasn't even finished. Nothing was spoiled. The final release is completely different. DSP Gaming? No, it isn't. LOL.
A 43-year-old man. No, it isn't. LOL. And people that always do LOL as like a period at the end of their sentences is cringe. All right.
And it's funny that he's giving up on fighting
used to do it every time I
after,
type
what,
it out because
3
force a
different
habit.
copies of
I
Street Fighter 6,
immediately delete
3
that
different
shit.
battle
No, I meant
passes,
exactly
2
what I
different
said.
fight sticks,
No, it
PlayStation
isn't.
Plus,
Just keep it like that and then
switch
keep
to
it pushing.
buttons on his fight stick and all the microtransactions for costumes and music. All that spoiled when he could have got the blood work for Jasper. You're never gonna believe this, guys.
You know what's crazy, Brady? Like they did 2 specials. They did two videos about 2 different deaf people in the roster. Murmur, and now Spencer Slade. We are flush with deaf wrestlers, dudes. I mean, come on.
Yet again.
Shout
the
out to Sea
Kickback
Otter.
Special deal is back on.
It's
Remember,
back on, baby.
It's only a one-time offer. And now he is just sitting on stream telling people support him on Kick. He needs the support. He
makes more money on Kick,
momentum.
that's why.
And then finally someone donated 10 subs to DSP on Kick. But DSP, being the grateful asshole that he is, said, you can only afford 10 subs, and basically called him a broke boy. Imagine telling someone that's giving you money that doesn't have to, that's all you're gonna give me? Then remember his huge rants about content creators and YouTube channels doing giveaways, how they're exploiting their audiences. Well, guess what, guys? DSP wants to do giveaways, and he says during his next clean out stream of his closet, if he hits $5,000 on that stream, he will do giveaways of autographed vests. But remember, he said it only benefits one person.
Yeah, him. It only benefits him because he gets $5,000. There ain't no way this dude's getting $5K to clean out his closet. That is ridiculous.
You do giveaways.
I wouldn't pay anybody any amount of money to clean their closet. Get out of here.
Food. And it's exploitive of your audience if you do giveaways.
But this is DSP
it's
tomorrow,
predatory,
guys.
He said. And he announced tonight he's going to try and pre-order the Switch 2. And one of the places he's going to try is Walmart. Remember, Mr.
Right? Vinyls and CDs based.
Would never shop
what would
at
you
Walmart.
guys spend
And Phil was so
$5K?
happy,
Would you
he
rather
finally
spend
got
5K?
some money last night, and he declares the dry spell for money is over. And of course,
dry spell's
when
over,
you say dry
tubes.
spell online with a Lao Cow, immediately they think of Cobra, and the jokes happen from there.
Yep,
And
Phil
even
needs
Pastor
tactical
Remote says,
soap.
Phil needs tactical soap.
Yep.
Which I reply with, he needs soap in general.
True.
And DSP retconning yet again, where he said he loved blowing bubbles, but it was
He
just
loved
too
blowing
messy to
bubbles when he
continue.
needed to hit that goal.
Now, in my mind, in reality, I remember him saying it's kiddie shit, and he's not doing that stupid shit anymore.
He's not a children's
Telling people
entertainer,
to grow up
guys.
and get over it, and saying, bubbles, bubbles, how about you take the bubbles and shove them up your ass?
Damn.
I remember that. And not only is he looking for $5,000 on the closet stream, he also at least wants $3,000 on those closet streams. That is right. He wants between $3,000
I would
and
buy 2
$5,000
Dance Dance
to clean out
Revolution
his
hard
closet.
pads.
What a jackass.
Damn.
But also keep in mind, the last time he did this where he cleaned out his closet, it was 3 streams. So think about that. 3 streams at $5,000. He wants $15,000 to clean out his closet. Now DSP is begging his audience, please,
oh my God, everybody shut up, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, and everybody in between. The lovely, hold on. It's General now. She's been promoted. The gorgeous General Mao. Hello, hello, hello there. Let's embarrass General Mao together. Let's enjoy. Will we get collarbone?
on my headset. I don't know.
Wow. That was perfect. Yes, 10 out of 10. No notes. Collarbones, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. How was your stream? I completely missed it. I apologize.
We can hit
I was outside working like an idiot.
It is no longer.
That was today?
$300 for the day. He now wants $300 a stream, so $600 a day. Even though he begs every 5 minutes, sometimes less than that. It's all a joke, dude.
Did you, how was the tilapia and the sweet potatoes?
He's not serious about it, especially when he keeps saying,
it went well testing the new headset.
I want $5,000. It's a joke.
What would you spend $5K on, Mao?
Do you get it?
It was delicious.
No, they don't. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you?
I had bacon ranch chicken. Bacon ranch chicken? Yeah, bacon ranch chicken.
Get it? I hate that fucking phrase so much. And the detractors are making up a narrative.
Blake would go on a road trip. Hell yeah.
He's not, dude. He's an honest dude.
I used to take the long roads up and down the highways,
right?
To go on shows.
The awesome birthday marathon, and I did.
You would donate some and give the rest to your parents. Look at that! Look at that!
Which is outstanding.
What an
entrepreneur!
entrepreneur!
More than I ever expected. And still, thank you guys for those who supported that birthday marathon. You guys are absolutely amazing. All right, but we didn't even come close to the 3K. So it's what I mean. Like, it's gonna be a
look at how his mouth. Look at how he talks with his mouth, bros. And it looks even more apparent when the image is flipped for copyright for free use. Look how weird his mouth looks when he talks.
Really tough thing
right?
to do. This might be a challenge for me. That might take a long time to
hit, looks like he's had a stroke or he has Bell palsy or something.
I feel like I can do it. Could it be the vest and hat retirement situation? Like, could that
I need to get a get it.
I don't know.
Button.
Honestly.
But we do have a new button and a new command. Take a guess what it is. Yo, Lieutenant Mao with the spice. The spicy Latina.
Like I mean, maybe we could.
Looking like a sideways vagina. Whoa. What does vagina look like?
Maybe we could. I have to think about it. Like, how exactly would we do it, and how would we set it up?
And
we tell you, it looks like heaven.
Motherfucker on the planet. Even to this day, he keeps ranting about how Phil is scamming his audience, and how can anyone support him, given all the stuff he's done and said.
Yo, Snort Hogan, man, I love Snort Hogan.
Here is RTU giving him $10. And remember, too, RTU has sock accounts.
Boo! Fuck that absentee father. We don't like Review Tech USA either on this corner of the internet. Fuck that fat fuck. He's the reason why on Saturday I'm going to do a Step Mania Marathon stream. I'm going to have my sweat vest on. I'm going to have a weighted vest on. I'm going to have the weighted ankle bracelets. Bro, it's going to be sick.
On his stream that he trolls
I got
with
the drip,
by giving
though.
him money.
I got
what
the drip,
jackass.
though.
And I pointed
fuck
this out.
Review Tech USA. Fuck Richard
Buscemi
Buscemi or whatever the fuck his real name is.
And
I mean it. Fuck you. Fuck you, absentee father, and fuck all absentee fathers.
To tip him, which he admitted to doing on stream. He took out loans because of money problems to support his kids, but keeps supporting DSP. Then we have this from PWOP.
PWOP, shout out, friend of the channel.
Was made for.
His real name is Dickers. Is that why everybody calls him Dickers? I just thought that was like a pet name. What? Say what?
All we had to do was follow the damn train, CJ.
Water or whatever, towing the
Richard.
line.
That's why. Oh my God. It's all making sense. It's all making sense.
Where they just never really did anything interesting with YouTube streaming. And because of that, there's nothing to offer you.
Towing water, and then we go into towing the line. It means treading water.
Treading water, bros. He's so stupid.
Power. PWOP got double there. Towing water and then towing the line for treading water.
I'd love to do some special things for the YouTube viewers.
He's either drunk or he has no idea what he's talking about. He's just talking out of his ass. Shout out to Broside Phil. We love Broside Phil here on this corner of the internet.
Himself thinks he's a healthy person, and now he's going to get health
Friend of the
advice
channel,
from
member of the channel,
who eat 100 chicken nuggets in one sitting.
No, I would not do a unhealthy food challenge, NJZ. I'm 43 years old and I don't want to kill myself.
Are you sure about that?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
You know, the whole
Blake
idea
says
is that in
both.
the
Okay.
last several years, I
What
changed
were we
my
talking
lifestyle. You know what I mean? I stopped eating
Dickers
fatty
and
foods
Bro
constantly. I
Seinfeld? No, I'm
stopped
just
eating
kidding.
red meat. I took, liquor out of my diet constantly.
What? What? Hold up. What? No. He's talking about getting a marathon stream where he just did DoorDash, bros.
Another one.
He did it just. He's always doing these DSP try-sits, bro.
Another one.
He was eating that local place, that seafood place recently, and then before that he had, what did he have? He had like a sub or something like that, Quiznos or something. I don't know. Phil got it.
I started going on walks. I started going on jogs. So I told you I have a treadmill. I took off a whole lot of weight.
That's because his body is wasting away, bros. His body is wasting away. He's eating all this fast food, and yet his arms are still very, very limp, and his legs are like undefined. There's no like tone. There's no vasculinity to it or anything like that. He's not looking good, bros.
Go back there.
He's got 2 chins. He's got this like, what is that thing that like that turkeys have? That's like their gullet or something like that. He's got a gullet. He's got 2 chins,
I
bro.
do a food challenge of eating 100 big nuggets. That's pretty stupid. I'm not going to do that.
He should do it though.
Vegan, no. I'm not going to go vegan. That's ridiculous. I love meat. There's no reason to not eat what you like as long as you eat it in moderation. And that's what a lot of people just can't do. They think that
Let's
eating
go.
insanely unhealthy things, is just commonplace. Oh, it's fine. It's not.
Salty
it's
Blue,
not.
thank you.
All you got to do is make little lifestyle changes, and then you're not going to have these issues anymore,
George Versetti, Phil hits that bottle instead of eating. True. He loves drinking. He's drunk every day, bros. Just like how I'm high every day.
The whole point
I'm okay
of
with
changing
it.
your lifestyle to be healthy.
I went on walks up
isn't
and down
so
the
that
street
you
from
can
my
then pull
house
stunts.
to the park and back to the house and didn't complain about it, unlike Phil. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I remember there was a time I used to play heavy cardio, 2 hours worth, maybe 3 hours worth of Dance Dance Revolution every weekday morning. And it wasn't just that. I also did 10 kettlebell squats and 10 push-ups every 5 songs or every song that I failed. And there were some days, Brady will tell you, over on Twitch, there were some days that I felt like I might pass out, but that's when you push forward positively and you see how far you can go. So anytime this guy is telling me, oh, well, I walk to the mailbox and back and I don't get winded anymore. Like, bro, you're not supposed to be winded to begin with, first off. And that's like the bare minimum, of course. This is Phil we're talking about here. The standard's been set, bro. And like, I hate the fact that I don't keep up the near 1,000 calories I burn every weekday morning playing Dance Dance Revolution.
You right back to square one, and then you have to
just bulk up and lift for fuck's
your body. You understand? The point is that once you've made the lifestyle
for
changes,
F's sakes,
you stick with them, and now you're healthier, like permanently.
Like permanently? Bro, I don't know. Entropy comes for us all.
Rubber banding back and forth is awful for your body. I think a lot of people don't understand that.
I don't think you understand this, Phil. When did you become a nutritionist? Get the
things like crash diets and things. And then, oh, well, now that means I could binge and I could go eat whatever I want nonstop and do crazy, unhealthy things. No, that's not the point.
Yeah. First off, also, if he really wanted to say that he was living a healthy lifestyle, he would stop drinking, full stop, because there are no benefits to drinking alcohol. It's empty calories. It bloats you up. You build up a tolerance, and then you may build a dependence, and then when you don't drink, you start shaking like a crack fiend.
The point is, you make the change, so now your body is better, your metabolism is changed, and now you can live a better life.
Richard Simmons.
Not you go back to the old
Don't
practices.
You insult the good word of
people,
the good name of Richard Simmons.
Are in a bad situation, they go for that quick fix, and then they don't stick to it. That's bad. Right?
Right? He needs to do an actual
awful.
push-up.
And it seems like more and more people are bringing up PWR in DSP's chat. And not only that, they're trolling him. by asking for DSP tries it, Burger King. But DSP is not having any of that.
Yep. Look at the kick chat. He didn't put the condom on the
Stop
chair.
talking about stuffing your faces with delicious foods. First, we got Moon One Night saying he's eating a Roadhouse burger.
Hell yeah, Roadhouse.
We got Eddie Chill saying he told his mom to F off and then he went and got Burger King.
Yeah! He knows
tell me about
exactly
any
what
of
the
this,
references mean.
Again, if we hit 30 goals, I'm going to get Chipotle for DSP Tries.
Chipotle, that's what it was.
So far, we're halfway to our first
So Salty Blue and Chipotle. Jesus.
goal.
This was
Here
just
on
very
the stream. We just
recently.
hit 76 bucks of support. But we're probably not doing it. We're probably not hitting it today. So I don't want to hear about all the delicious food you guys are eating.
Wow.
Your wife is making homemade meatballs, Cade. How dare you tell me about that? I'm very upset with you now.
His face, the camera that is up against his face is so weird, guys. Like his face, bro, his head, it's such a weird shape, and the way he talks with his mouth, he covers his teeth with his lips, and then he also has like a slope. Guys, take care of yourselves, take care of your bodies, exercise, eat better, okay? Take care of yourselves, all right? You don't want to end up like this guy.
Let's be honest.
Sir V, what is up, pimp?
Sir, yes,
Sir.
Yes, sir.
His face being shown as a net negative. Yeah, he should just do a PNG
Does
tuber
not have
thing.
a wife, that bitch ass bitch.
Damn.
And despite Phil saying he can afford to get anything he wants because he makes good money now, he's not
Right, Mal? His head, he's a sniper's dream, if we're being
poor.
honest.
He's not broke. He's not gonna say
In Minecraft.
he doesn't have any money to invest in stock.
Speaking of Mal,
It's
when we're
funny
gonna
how
run
you're
some,
poor
COD
when
again?
the narrative fits it, and you're
It could
rich
cut a whole
when the narrative
plate.
fits it. Funny how that
What?
works out.
All right, we got to read this journal, then we're going to split the part here.
Look at that arm, bro! Ew! Look at that chicken wing, bro! Hold up, we're gonna open this up. We gotta open this fucking pit up, bro. Look at this dude's arm, bro. Ew! It's pale, and there's no definition, and it's small. What are we doing, bros? There you go. There's your thumbnail. Bish. Yeah, bish. Silly bish. Now, I'm not like strangely Lexi fit. I used to be. I'm never going off my diet again, bros.
Excuse me.
Koraz, what up, pimp? Oh my goodness, so good to see you.
Okay.
His forehead can hold a big bottle of Sprite. Dang!
From John Flickinger. Random question. What kind of stocks would you buy if you had the money? I have no idea. I don't know anything about stocks and bonds because I haven't researched them in a zillion years because I don't have the money to do that.
I don't have the money to do it. 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 I don't have the money to do it.
Maybe one day I will.
I don't have the money to do it.
But for me, I think it's better to spend it on important things and save the money than be frivolously investing it.
You know this dude ain't saving no gosh darn money. You effing coward. I want to watch Panthers versus Lightning, but some... Oh. I want to watch Panthers versus Lightning, but some flea came to my table. What? Do what?
Then DSP goes on break for 15 minutes, comes back to install his air conditioner.
Yikes.
Remember, guys, he values your time, unlike other content creators. Then we have the freak in the fedora with a quote from DSP. So someone offered on Kick.
Oh, I gotcha. You know the job would be great if it wasn't for the customers.
Moral support. Phil's reply was, "Thanks for the moral support. Now, how about the financial support? I wonder why people hate you, Phil." Then a thought from Bunny.
Shout out to Bunny. We're a huge fan of Bunny. And her spicy account, too. We're huge fans of that. Shout out to Bunny.
Phil keeps crying at Kick.
Whoa, Bunny!
Not supporting as much.
Yeah, Bunny. She's a detractor. But she also has a link in bio to her spicy account.
Well, maybe if you didn't treat them so badly and brag about being paid by Kick, then turn around to harp about money, then maybe they might want to support. True words.
But beyond that, which is also a bonus. Beyond that, which is also a bonus. She's like a female style detractor. She's witty, and now I'm simping. But she's also very cool. She's very chill.
True words. And look at that. Out of nowhere, to hit the goal, Brandy Buck with $20. Of course,
how convenient.
Brandy Buck, the person that's been in chat the whole time, always talks, one of the most regular people out there. And of course, their account was from January 2nd, 2007.
Yikes.
Remember earlier when we had John Anderson with that old account? Almost like OIC is buying up old sock accounts to make it appear that DSP has longtime fans. Then we have Big Papa Phil, who is Timbo, who went bankrupt 3 times for DSP, say this in the chat. What he does is not easy, and people need to understand that. Good luck on bankruptcy number 4, Timbo.
Jesus.
Now, if you've seen paywalling from DSP, you've not seen this kind of paywalling from DSP. He's begging people for $150 to hit the goal. And if he hits the goal, he'll play and progress in the main story quest.
Wow.
That is right. He's
You're
now
broken in
holding
the fucking
story
head.
progression
Jessica,
in video
welcome, my friend. Oh my goodness. The MVP of this and every stream, always coming out, and thank you for being a part of the show with your command.
games to monetary goals. A new low for DSP.
Sitting in
And
your
not only that,
pajamas
when
playing video games ain't easy, dude. I'm sitting here and I'm busting my ass pressing this one button to do the sound effects. Let me tell you how difficult it is to sit here in front of this camera, in front of this microphone, in front of this stream deck, sipping on water, ceiling fan above me, staying cool. It's hard work, dude. And all I ask is a measly $150 so I can keep doing this because you love this. You love this. You love this, right? You like me, right? Good luck hating me, because nobody hates me more than myself.
he gets it, he doesn't even play the main quest and then begs for $300. Then we have the cancer buyer Boogie, who shows
No Chinese guys are even smoking in your face. I mean,
off Garbage Pail Kids, and this one is DSP.
Some people
And
like
it
that.
is
I don't.
DSP the Dented
Damn.
with his past due bills and his bill for WWE Champions. And look at these thumbnails.
I love
Absolutely
how
work.
everybody's just embracing the chat GPT deals on here. Just throwing pictures of DSP in the chat GPT and saying, make this guy fret and fuss over bills. And there it is.
Well, especially the titles. Not Your Daddy's Imps.
Yikes.
And Into the First Gate. What a loser. Then we have some band names on Kick from the day before. including-
Omega Mac 10. Thank you for the lurk, my friend. Appreciate
Figure
you.
Kits and Cardigans. Kirk and No Sleep Real Vibes in a figure 4. N-Word Slayer Real.
Wow.
Hawk 2 of 420.
Hey, not bad.
DSP defends Sweet Baby Inc. Dave's Big Coloring Book.
Nice.
Cat's Roast Beef Labia Smells.
Oh my god. Oh god, they probably do though.
It's obvious you don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you, Dark Side Ranter.
First Fake Positivity Real. The Gun Show 1488. I call him PPP now.
Oh, Corad, stop.
What are you
Ugh.
doing, step bro?
Oh my goodness.
Billy Bag. Panda Fertile Cat Baron.
Oh!
Tism Schedule Overload Real. Audience means one whale.
Damn.
Begging his business.
Get it?
Last real friend was Rambo.
Damn.
And of course, Gout Gaiman Real. And another dumb thing.
You're never gonna find out what my band kick name was, but I left some breadcrumbs, and I say this every stream because only the most neurodivergent and hyperfixated will figure out what the band kick name was that I was.
From DSP.
Whoa, buddy!
VLX11387 super chatted $5. Tomorrow is May Burst but also International Workers' Day aka May Day. How are you celebrating? Bust, cigarette emoji, clinking beer mugs emoji, video game emoji, fishing emoji.
Sheesh, Sir V, thank you so much for the 5! I'll get to your question in a second, but I just want to let everybody know we just hit the goal! Let's go! And you know what that means? It's time to celebrate. So I hope to see you all on the other side of this. All right, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you so much, Sir V, for the generous contribution. Let's get back into it.
P. DSP believes that oyster crackers contain actual oysters.
Yeesh.
And of course, because DSP is always good at telling stories, amazing with that, so funny because everyone loves the humor. We have this from Piece of Peace who says,
shout out to Piece of Peace. And also, here's my review of the strawberry lemonade. It is smooth. I can see where I can taste like a lemonade-y style. You know how like the tartness of the lemonade after you drink it, it kind of sticks around with you after you drink the lemonade. I'm getting that as well from the vapor. So I can see why they said it's definitely less earthy than the Skywalker OG crossed with GMO that I have here as well. This is a stevia, by the way, the strawberry lemonade. So
what an amazing story, you actual fucking retard.
Wow!
There you go. And, ladies and gentlemen, it is absolutely official. You ready for this? Does this play here? I think this does. All right, ready? Ladies and gentlemen, I have air conditioning. Finally, I installed it. It was...
Oh, shut the hell up, you dumbass. Shut up! Who cares? Who cares? I got a ceiling fan on. I got my windows open. And?
Way too hot earlier. I couldn't take it. And I said, I'm going to just install the air conditioning. So I did. I couldn't take it.
Imagine looking for validation on the internet as a 43-year-old man for putting in air conditioning, bros. It couldn't be me.
In now. So now I will not be sweating these next few days that it's going to be 70
And then also Bad Moments, Reacts, and VODs,
Instead,
Dashfire. Thank you
I'm
so
gonna
much
be
for
nice and
always
cool.
retweeting.
I don't think you should hear it. I have
our
the
videos.
craziest setup. So I have the air conditioner, and right in front of the
really
air
do
conditioner
appreciate
is
it.
a tower
Thank
fan
you
that
for your
oscillates.
thank you for your signal boosting. Is all I could say. I'm clout chasing and I'm riding the coattails of Dashfire to the
air
top.
Conditioner air through the room, and then in front of that, I have my air purifier.
Roach bait in the welcome, my friend. He put it in a window and plugged it in. That deserved a round of applause. That's a round of applause. Good job.
So basically, any air coming in is getting
and welcome,
sucked
my
in
friend.
And clean. It's like the crazy ass setup. I've never had it like that before. This should be like the best setup possible. Hopefully, it keeps all the equipment in here cool and clean and good. So
it's not going to be clean. If your cat's in there, if you're in there, bro, you are wasting away in that room. You're dying in there, bro. It is hot in that room because you're surrounded by electronics that flicker on and off, and you got at least 3 computers in that room, 2 actual like a streaming and a gaming computer, plus your PlayStation, plus your Xbox, plus your mini PC, plus your laptop, bro. Like, no wonder.
Yeah, I know. We need it. It was getting so hot. I almost, no lie, I was playing Oblivion earlier and I was having a great time.
But all of a sudden, he's upping the chances of an electrical fire. He's a daredevil, dude. Well, I love the Daredevil shows. I love the movie. I love the Disney Plus show, so I'm with it.
All of a sudden, I started to get cranky, and I started to sweat, and all of a sudden, I started getting a headache.
Pop the Molly, now I'm sweating.
Oh my God, it got so hot in here. Like, so ridiculously hot. And I couldn't concentrate anymore.
The legend is in the ha. It's a red carpet affair, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, my friend. It's odd that his place isn't that old but doesn't have central air installed or fixed. Well, I think it's because I think in that condo, they didn't put in the central air, and that's what makes it so cheap, which makes it so alluring for Phil when he bought it.
Anymore. I said,
I
fuck it.
think.
And I just dropped everything, and I put.
But seriously, if I couldn't get central air, like when I bought my house, I had central air in it, and it was awesome, bro.
The air conditioner in the window. It took like 20 minutes, but I got it done. And with these new blackout curtains, they're supposed to insulate. So once the room is cool, they're supposed to hold the cold air in here so we don't constantly lose it like we used to with the old crappy setup I have with those blinds.
I'm going to give him a lowercase dub on this. We're just going to give him the lowercase dub. He's kind of right. He's kind of right because like I have 2 big barn doors and it's all panes of glass, so like during the cold and during the summer, you can definitely feel the heat and the cold outside. So I got one of those like insulating blanket things that have Velcro that you put all around it, and it definitely it definitely made a difference. So lowercase dub, what he's saying is actually true right here.
I guess we'll see. All right.
You know how expensive it would be to get that house central aired?
Correct.
And DSP is tired of waiting for money.
Right, Roach Bait? Okay, so when it gets cold outside, when it gets warm outside, I have the same type of air conditioners that Phil has, all right? However, what I do is I cut out, those Pink Panther insulation board guys? I shove that right above the air conditioner, bro, so like there's nothing but cool air in that room, on the upstairs and on the downstairs.
You give him
1
money
inch insulation
now.
and plywood
At the
on
start of
both
the stream,
sides.
Do not wait for last minute, dudes.
I may have to step my game up.
Because remember, tonight, he's going to try and pre-order the Switch 2. And he says he will
Darkside Rander's got it right. Central Air is amazing.
GameStop tomorrow. If he can't get a Switch 2 tonight, there is no way he's leaving the house, especially going to GameStop.
Oh, and Blake, I got something for you. Let me try and see if I can
mess with
find
him,
it.
dude. You don't know what you're talking about. He's not paranoid. It's the trolls, dude.
It's
and
the
now
trolls,
he's
dude.
trying to justify getting the Switch 2 from Walmart. It's okay. Because in DSP's words, they will not make anything from him. That is right. Morals, values, they all go out the window as soon as DSP can benefit from these corporations or situations he finds them in.
True.
And then Gelgel points out why DSP
Gelgel
potentially
points
wants to
out.
buy
Say
from
that 3
Walmart.
times fast.
And the fact is, he can put it on payment plans. Man, those must be stacking up like crazy right now. And would you look at that? He had to go into overtime.
And would you look
and
at that?
The whale came out. What a shot.
This is fine. I made that a minute ago for Chill Murray, actually. I was doing thumbnails for Chill. He's actually one of the original people that, like, I started watching when I first started detracting on DSP. He was one of the first channels that I've watched, and we've been cool ever since. He's the coolest dude ever, and he actually helped out with my ceiling repair and replace. He paid me in order to get some work done for his channel, which included things like this. So whenever you see some designs on his channel, whether it be a thumbnail or otherwise, that could very well be something that I made. That's why I always like to say that I'm an open source detractor, because I would always appreciate seeing my work in other people's stuff, because eventually that means that Phil would end up seeing it. So there you go.
What a shock. And now we have DSP online shopping at Walmart. That is right. The day came where DSP made a Walmart account.
Wow.
And is now shopping.
That's so brave of him. He's so bold.
All right, I can't show you my payment information.
Remember this, bros. Remember this.
You're in line. Hold my spot and keep shopping. I'm in line.
Count how many times he says he's in line. That was 2 so far.
At Walmart. I'm in line at Walmart.
3.
It says I'm in line for 2 items. View
4.
And leave. I'm in line at Walmart
5.
right now for both Switches. One that has Mario bundled and one that doesn't. Okay? Welcome back, Jay.
We're at 5.
Just come. Okay, Best Buy still has nothing. I'm in
line
at
in Walmart.
Best Buy still has nothing.
No way.
Nope, still can't do it on Target. Still can't do it on Target. I'm still in line at Walmart.
That's
it says
6.
You're in line for 2 items. I can't do anything. I'm in line. Okay.
That was 8.
Checking Amazon. Amazon still has placeholder that doesn't work. Okay.
The legend. That's a very autistic thing.
Okay.
When you read out as you're typing, that's an autistic thing.
Being in line is a good sign.
That's 9.
Now, it was really funny because at the start of that clip, he said, I'm not going to...
You know what? Blake, I think we got it. You got it to 9. Straight up.
Show my personal information.
But at the end of the day, everything's autistic if you're autistic enough.
Information, including his address and his order number.
What a idiot. Let's read it all out loud, shall we? 17505 110th Lane, Southeast Renton, Washington, 98055 USA. Order number 2131 8763 4120. Jesus.
Why this would be a bad idea to show your order number on stream, Phil. I wonder why. And then it was revealed that DSP has another device specifically for email. Remember, he ordered that iPad to take notes on WWE programming, but now it's probably WWE Champions.
Wow. Holy shit, I didn't think about that. I don't think he showed the gate code, but I think just they figured out what it was and they started spamming it in the chat, which is funny.
And then something happened, you'll never guess this, since he put the order number all over the screen, posted it online on his stream. His order for the Switch 2 was canceled. And DSP is blaming the trolls. That is right. He put his order number online and it's the trolls' fault. And he put this out on Twitter. When people say I over-exaggerate the amount of harassment I receive, I always tell them they're wrong. Someone just broke the law.
You chose to break the
Me out
law.
of the Switch 2. Here's the story. And of course, I'm going to straight up tell you exactly why it got canceled. So there is a limit of 1 per household. And DSP ordered 2.
Yep, he said it online.
However,
I'm in line at
he always has
Walmart.
to have a boogeyman. He has to have a bad guy that he has to go up against that he can blame when he does something wrong. And also to rally his people, his retards, so they can give him money to make him feel better. Because remember, he did
Look, Trump's back in office. We can say regarded now.
nothing wrong. He did everything correct. And the daily rap titled "All Goals Hit," but trolls break the law to screw me at the Switch 2. Now this is funny for a few different reasons. One, he's manufacturing drama again because his views are down, his support is down, and he knows drama sells. This is like, oh my god, I got robbed. I can't believe it. Remember last year? And he's like, oh, I'm shaken about it, but I'm gonna be okay. And then it was revealed his shop.
I bet his gated community hates him, Legend. I bet they hate him. They like look at him and despise him. I bet his next door neighbors hate him. Because you got to think, okay? They're in a condo, but they're in townhouses. So like, I don't even know why you're calling it a condo. It's just essentially your whatever. But anyway, where was I going with this? Whoa, Nintendo, watch out. Sheesh.
Bags got stolen at the grocery store. Same thing here. Blaming the trolls, blaming other people because something he did. And now, on the Daily Wrap, DSP's going to explain exactly what happened.
Well, everyone, this is the Daily Wrap for Wednesday, the 23rd, 2025. I actually already filmed a Daily Wrap, and it was a really positive, great one. And now I have to refilm this an hour later at 11:16 p.m. to tell you how messed up my situation is when people say things about how Phil over-exaggerates and Phil constantly is just talking out of his butt. So here's what happened today. We had 2 great streams. The first stream was Oblivion Remastered. Great fun. We hit the goals.
That's what matters. He doesn't care about anything else. All he cares about is hitting the goals.
Then the late stream was also a great stream of me building the first half of my Lego Piranha plant. We hit the goal again, which means that tomorrow we're doing DSP tries at Chipotle, and that's awesome. At 8:55 p.m., I attempted to get the Switch 2. I was going between multiple different websites, including Best Buy, Walmart, Target, and more. Couldn't get it from anywhere but Walmart. Added 2 to cart. Actually checked out both the Mario Kart bundle and this regular Switch 2. Regular Switch 2 is coming June 5th on release day. The other one is coming June 8th.
First off, pause game on point. Second off, that was the reason why he didn't get the order, because he was greedy. Okay? Even if somebody got the information, social engineered it, and called in and got it canceled, I think there's even a more, there's a better chance that it was because either way, both ways, it doesn't matter what the two options were. Both of them were two different ways he screwed himself up. He showed his information on the screen to the detractors because he was challenged by somebody in the chat. If you show us the receipts, I will give you 20 subs on Kick, I think. And of course, he immediately thought money, 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 money. Yeah, and just did it. And we saw his address and we saw his order number. And guess what? If that was why he had his stuff canceled, then that's his fault because he got greedy. And that's just the first road that we could walk down. The other road, when it splits in a fork, is him being greedy and ordering 2 Switches. Sees the tips goal hit. Well, Chad, an unforgettable stream was had by all. So long. Fear Monarch, welcome. First off, welcome. He blamed the cancellation of the 2 Switches on everyone.
Great. Checked
You've
out.
done
Hey,
that
good to
yourself.
go. Finishing up my work. Turned the stream off. Okay, I'm going to film the daily wrap. As I'm filming this daily wrap, I announce, hey, I got 2 Switch 2s. What a great day. Everything's amazing. And then I check my email.
Look at his hair, bro. He's sweating. And he's just like... He's got the hook arm thing going on here. He's picking at himself, bros. He's looking rather filled out.
Both orders have been canceled.
Look, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's my favorite DSP face. And I'm going to steal a word, and I don't care. The I'm felted face. Look at that. What a sad, sorry sack of shit that guy is right there. Right there. That's crazy.
Does it say that it's because of an error on Walmart? No, it says I canceled the orders. So I'm currently talking with Walmart right now.
I'm sure they love to have a conversation with you about this.
Someone socially engineered my account.
They chose to broke the law.
And through basically very basic information, what it must have been, because it certainly wasn't anything crazy, they got access and canceled my orders.
Because I showed my receipt online for 20 subs.
So now I don't have a Switch 2.
I do not have a Switch 2. Aww.
Gonna get 2. I was gonna keep 1. Maybe give 1 to my wife.
Maybe give 1 to my wife. What?
Maybe have a backup in case the Switch 2 failed at launch, because that's what...
Okay, so I'm going to give him a lowercase dub on this one as well, because history has shown that he has had problems with Switch devices on release day. So he could have just started and finished with that. But no, he had to sandwich that in between these 2 other things that are completely unreasonable.
What happened with the Switch 1? Maybe eventually do a giveaway. And now
Maybe eventually do a giveaway. I'm going to press X to gout on that one. That's a big fat X to gout on that one. I don't see that happening. After he just said that people are mouth-drooling idiots because they're swept up in sweepstakes culture.
Nothing.
DSP tomorrow says, I might have given away my second Switch. There ain't no way that you were going to do a giveaway for that second Switch, dude.
You guys to understand again that when people say that, oh, DSP exaggerates or whatever, no, they actually do this stuff to me. This is why I refuse to give any personal details about anything in my life. This is why I will not film anywhere in my house. I will not do IRL vlogs.
Because I don't want to show you that cat's gone.
They use to hurt me. So I worked my butt off tonight getting 2 Switch 2s.
He sat on his butt. He opened up 3 tabs. He made 3 accounts. He had to input his payment information 3 places.
And now I have nothing because these people screwed me.
And now I have nothing because these people screwed me. I was like, Phil's he's getting kind of boring. Like, PWR is hot. He's coming up. He's the hot young dude. And Phil was actually really lame. And there was like a week that I just stopped watching Phil, which was crazy. All of a sudden, Phil comes back with this. I didn't get my Switch 2, and it's not my fault. It's the detractors. You know what he deserves? He deserves a
I don't even know how they got access to the account. I'm talking to the rep right now, which is the noise that you're hearing. Bling, bling, bling.
TOS.
So here's the deal.
TOS.
Tomorrow, Level 1 podcast and the premiere of Claire Obscure Expedition 33. And we're doing DSP Tries at Chipotle on the first stream. The second stream will be Minecraft Chill. But I'm not getting a Switch 2. I have no means to do so. They're all sold out everywhere. I had them, and someone socially engineered my account and canceled my orders. If anyone has any means to get one, I'd appreciate it. If anyone's getting an extra one that I could buy off of you for the real price, I'd appreciate it.
No.
It looks like at this point,
it's a supply versus demand thing, my friend. You're going to be paying double.
Who break the law.
Double the work.
Me and do awful things to me and my family. And this is just another example of that. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thursday. Like, all this food that I'm seeing on the screen really makes me want to go grab my ice cream. So would you guys be so kind to allow me to just run downstairs real quick? I'll play some music or something. I'll be right back. Seriously. Let's go. We got the Rebel chocolate peanut butter ice cream. 3 grams of sugar. Full fat. And keto. He literally meant MSRP without tax. That's wicked.
Lose his mind and lie like crazy. But first, we have Nerd Brew Boy Summer.
Shout out to Nerd
snack
Brew.
pizza for your 2:20 a.m. craving. Then we see Younger Phil with Big Milkers. Then at 4:01 a.m., DSP puts this out. The amount of troll cope is amazing, as they of course invent conspiracy theories of how I'm responsible for someone committed identity fraud for the 1,000th time in my name. I will explain the entire situation on tomorrow's podcast, and hopefully we can come up with a solution. And yet again, posting this on Twitter on Thursday.
We can come up with a solution, aka you are buying me the Switch.
We'll talk about it on the podcast about what to do about Switch 2 now that the trolls have committed fraud again to screw me out of it. Then we had Clyde Baxter in the chat. Why did he show the email with the order number? LOL, usually he's super paranoid about sharing anything. And then DSP, shut up, LOL. That had nothing to do with it at all. I swear to God, people are so moronic about this stuff. It's always my fault when people commit crimes against me. But believe the narrative of mentally ill internet bullies over me. Go ahead, stupid.
Why is DSP such a prick in his chat? Like, what? Like, he's extra stinky. on the chat. I don't understand it.
And Duty points out, DSP had 2FA
Shout out to Duty.
enabled, so there's no way a troll could get access to his account. Walmart has an anti-scalper system that searches and cancels people with multiple pre-orders. Because remember, there was one per household, he ordered 2. That's what actually happened. Then a quote from DSP, I worked my butt off to get 2 Switch 2s and they ruined it. That is right, him going on the website and pre-ordering it, according to him, is working his butt off.
It was, dude.
Then you can tell nobody was buying his story as he started removing comments on his daily rap. Who called him
legend? True. He cries identity theft, but he chooses to do nothing. If it was identity theft, Phil, call the cops. Where's the police report?
out for the lie that it is. And this was one of the comments that he deleted. It wasn't social engineering. I just had to call and use your order number you showed on stream as proof of purchase to cancel. Good luck on launch. Now I have a theory on this. He could have ordered 2 and known that it would violate the 1 per household and get the order canceled. Then reorder 1 without telling anyone, then beg for a sympathy donation of the second one so Fat Cat can have one as well without paying for it. And during this huge rant, DSP claimed that the trolls once tried to file divorce papers for him and Cat. Then DSP went in and rant about how
I remember
somebody
that.
got access to his account, changed his password, but DSP then got into the account even though the password was changed and saw in real time people taking things out of his cart and putting them in his cart. But the question is, how did you see that, Phil? First of all, you can't see things in real time. You have to refresh. And second of all, if they changed the password, how did you get in? Because you can't have 2 people logged in with 2 different passwords on 2 different sessions at the same time. And it's funny because he said he never got an email about the password being changed. That's quite funny. Then he was also blaming the Walmart customer service employee that they fell for the person trying to social engineer his account. And he says the problem is because customer service is from the other side of the world.
Oh!
And of course, we got the ultra bitch Cade here, who gives him $5 and says, they are obsessed with wanting you to fail, and you never will. You have a home, wife, hobbies. They have their parents' house, tears, and anger.
Man, you showed us.
Now let's hear from DSP about his totally real story that totally really happened.
And I said, obviously, I did not do that. So the first thing I did is I logged in to my account. Okay. The thing is, I have various ways to log into everything. I make sure that I'm not limited to only one way. All right. So I have all these backups, these, safeguards so that I can log in.
Why are you telling us this? There's many different ways to get into my shit.
So I logged into my Walmart account to find out that someone had access to it. Okay. And I could tell because they changed the password on the account. Okay.
Like they changed the Wi-Fi password. Man, I've heard this guy lie so much. Like it's just second nature.
In addition, they started messing with the account, meaning they were adding and removing things to my cart.
Nope.
So I'm thinking, how could this possibly have happened? All right. And as I'm doing that, trying to figure it out, they canceled my second Switch 2 pre-order right in front of me. And I'm like, wow. Well, this is pretty messed up.
Wow, this isn't even real.
So, of course, I tried to contact customer support. And I tried to get them on the phone. And I'm not even kidding. They hang up on you.
And then DSP again was saying that the second Switch 2 that he ordered, maybe he'll give it to his wife. Maybe he'll do a giveaway. Or maybe he'll keep it as a backup. Imagine being the wife and going, oh, okay, well, I might get you this. Or I might give it away to somebody else. Your wife should be above your dents there, Phil. And the fact that the other thing is, you could buy 2, put 1 in storage and be like, oh, sorry, Cat, you can't play that. That's my backup Switch.
Damn! To change your password, you would have to check your email that's associated with the account. We've all done it before, and we can even test it out for a password change. This is true.
What a scumbag. And then Phil said something really weird. So he said years ago, he had to redo things with his bank because people committed identity theft. DSP just basically confirmed that the bank leaks are real.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. You're so dumb. to try to lie about something in such a way that it blew up your other lie that you told earlier to us. That is some next level dumb-ish.
And DSP also said he's entitled to a Switch 2 because he's a content creator. And he wants to use his hard-earned money. You know, come on guys, why is no one giving me money? Come on guys, let's go. Why you slacking? Better pick up the slack. Give me money. Apparently it's hard-earned money so you could buy one. And then the rant went all over the place, and at one point, he compared himself to the Grinch and Whoville when talking about his career online. Then he said, and I quote, "When you mess with Darkside Phil, people rally to support Darkside Phil. Now remember, in Jew the King's documentary when he interviewed fans of DSP, they were mentally not there. And a quote from that documentary said, I see him as my buddy. He needed help, so I gave him money." And that's what DSP is all about. Creating these situations where
I don't think he ever gave away a PS4.
Feel sorry for me. Give me money. And you know how I know this works for Phil? Look at that. $50 from Habib.
Sheesh.
I feel bad for you. Hope this helps. And then at one point during the rant, he said he can't do fan lobbies because people would get their information and fucked with on his stream. Then he tells people to fuck off for asking for fan lobbies because he knows better than them.
PWR just did a fan lobby.
Polecat, where they contacted customer service from Walmart with the order number, asking them what happened with it. So Bland, are you able to look up order number to see cancellation reason? And then puts the order number, Walmart. Yes, I will be checking that for you right away. Then at the bottom where it's circled, Walmart. I can see that the cancellation reason is due to that you can only have one item from this category.
Oh,
there you go.
buddy.
We got him. Then also DSP said he doesn't care about the Switch 2 games. He just wants to unbox it and test it out for day one views. And he says this is what people expect from him. And if you think about it too, how many games in the last year has DSP played on Nintendo? How many games has he skipped on Nintendo because he didn't think it would do well on his channel? Now DSP is going to add more onto the lore of what happened with his Switch 2 being canceled.
Now, a few things actually happened that you guys aren't aware of. Number one,
I just made them up.
Because I bought the two Switch 2s, one of them went to my bank account, and I tried to do it for the second one, and my bank account thought it was a fraudulent transaction and froze my account. So I had to contact the bank to get the account unfrozen. It was really stupid.
Yeah, because you did it,
The other
Phil.
one, I went through a different payment method, all right? That's how I got both Switch 2s. So actually, the orders were a little staggered. One checked out at one point and one checked out at another point via different payment methods, okay? So as soon as the stream went offline, I had to sit and wait on hold.
Oh, God forbid.
All right, for like 40 minutes with my bank to get the bank account unfrozen so that I could do other things and pay bills and things, okay?
Yeah, these bills that seem to happen
was
every single day.
And now, at this point, he's talking about how he's winning tournament after tournament in Street Fighter 2 Turbo. And DSP also says he doesn't understand why...
It's so much easier, Legend, to remember the truth because it actually happened. It's so much more difficult to keep up with all these stories that he made up.
People hate him in the modern age because the hate against him is not wanted or logical. It's only believed by brain-dead, antisocial people. Then said, we're all jealous of DSP because we see him winning every day.
Yeah, okay.
And then we have Lord Diaz.
Hey, let's go! I made it, y'all! I made the video! Shout out Dashfire! Start.
Because
mark out over myself for a second.
Every day. And then we have Lord Diaz. Phil's showing more aggro towards the Switch 2 pre-order being cancelled than PPP calling his wife fat.
True!
Then in a crazy way, he low-key admitted the only reason he's around is because of the detractors. And says the detractors are the reason people support him. And says if the detractors stopped talking about him, he would probably vanish away. Then he's still going on a huge rant about how successful he is. And immediately after he talks about how successful he is, he jumps into how he needs support on Kick and has lost a lot of subs and wants to hit the goal.
Of course he does.
And then he went into the story of the Comcast employee
which was
well,
me. I'm the Comcast employee.
Then, of course, every time there's drama, every time he wants to create a narrative, what he does is he gets these fake messages from former detractors that have seen the light, and now they're fans, and tells DSP that they're all jealous of him. And now that they see his stream, they know it's all BS. And someone pointed out right after this that it sounded exactly how Phil would sound. And DSP responded by saying, "It sounds like an intelligent person. That's why it sounds like it was written by Darkside Phil."
Damn.
And then the topic of Twitch came up and how they mistreated him. Then he was happy
Hateful
because apparently
slurs.
some people are getting like their 4th or 5th year badge on YouTube. And he said the Emerald Crown looks good on paper, but not in chat. So he doesn't know how it looks.
Wow.
And then DSP
Way to sell it.
again doesn't understand how people hate him in modern day. He says he can understand back in the day, but not now because he's changed.
I think
Calling
you're
his old
worse now,
content
dude. I think you're
problematic,
worse
and
now.
brings up his stream to pay his taxes. And now DSP's going to go off the deep end, talking about trolls and the Switch 2, and it goes all over the place.
So enough with your, oh, Phil deserves it. Phil showed the email. Phil said he bought it for Walmart. Phil ordered 2 Switches. You're fucking stupid.
Damn.
You're the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. Kiss my fucking hairy ass.
Woo, buddy.
Someone went out of their way to commit a federal crime to stop me from covering the launch of the Switch 2. And now it's time to fucking suffer.
Woo. What do you mean?
Because here's why you're going to suffer, you dumb fuck. You ready for this?
He doesn't even know.
Why do you think
I'm the king
I have
snake.
been around for 17 years?
Because you're a
Do you
cockroach.
think it was chance? Do you think it was coincidence? Do you think that for some reason I just magically stayed? Ladies and gentlemen, the reason that I'm still here after 17 years is one fucking word. Perseverance. Get it?
You get
I
it?
don't give up. I don't fail or falter. I don't fall down on my knees crying, "Oh my God, it's all over. They got me." Instead, when people fuck with me, I use that as motivation to continue forward positively, to keep sticking to my guns.
Oh,
to
buddy.
keep doing what I know is the right
Look,
thing
May
to
1st
do.
is coming early, fellas,
And
because
that's
he is
why
glazing
people still care
himself.
about Darkside Phil in 2025. It's not because I sold out and became a shill like one half of the internet, and it's not because I became a toxic bully who gets into drama and awful content like the other half of the internet. It's because I am a man alone standing on an island making content the way no one else dares to be different, to not hurt others, and to say no matter what you throw against me, you're not going to hurt me.
Oof.
I am the rock face upon which the waves crash, and I never fucking crumble.
Oh, you get it? That's erosion, and it does look like your face is melting away, so... DSP has never failed. Can we get a fact check on that? Well, I got an X to gout on that.
Ready?
You get it?
It doesn't matter what you do, what you fucking say. It doesn't matter how you portray me on the internet. I'm going to be here every day, streaming, making meaningful, positive content for my viewers and audience till the day that I decide I am done and I hang up the mantle of Darkside Phil, the streamer and content creator.
Oh my god, this is so cringe, dude. This is the worst. Like, he gets on his soapbox, bro, and he is so sniffing his own farts, dude. I can't. This is crazy.
I decide my destiny. I am the master of my own fate.
It sounds like
nothing
somebody that's in
any
control.
of you can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
You fooled someone in Pakistan or India, and
Wow.
you think you were me, and you logged into my account and you canceled my pre-orders. So what? I'm still here. I'm still streaming. I'm still gonna play a game today. I'm still gonna make content. I'm still gonna make a living. And guess what? When people fuck with me, more people support me. You stupid, incredible, brainless idiot. When you mess with Darkside Phil, people rally to support Darkside Phil. That's why I'm still here 17 years later. Do you know what the King of Hate moniker meant? It didn't mean that I was a hateful individual.
Darkside Rander says, I consider myself an intelligent man, but I need help understanding this. If you ban anyone with an opinion that isn't yours, that's a form of bullying. Yes? I would say so.
Who wanted to crap on others and
there is no
bigoted and
democracy.
sexist and a racist
There's no freedom of
insult
speech on the
Hideo
United
Kojima
States
like
of Phil.
all the morons said it was. The King of Hate moniker is that when people hate against Phil Burnell takes all of that hatred.
You won't quit until we let you.
And he uses it as fuel. He throws it into his fucking engine and he burns it up. And it propels him forward with
and
energy.
It smells like burning plastic.
And vigor to make positive content and to be successful. I own the hate against me and I use it to push forward positively and succeed. And that's why I'm here 17 years later. No matter how many morons have tried to end me, I'm still fucking
Snort
here.
Korea, I love it.
Really funny. And tell me, who does this sound like?
It doesn't really matter how much money you make or how much money you have.
Hello.
That's really the thing. Because I'm not asking you for a large financial contribution. If it costs $20 to sub, $20 is quite a bit of money. $20 is you can get a full meal for $20. And the difference of $20 and eating a meal is in that $20. Like, that's where it is. But a sub is $5. At maximum, in whatever your currency is, it's maybe $10. And it doesn't matter how broke you are. If you have time to watch Twitch, you have $10, truly. If you don't have $10, you probably don't have time to watch Twitch because you should be working.
Damn!
You should be trying to earn money. It's not a ton. It's not like a ton of money. So being like, I'm broke, I can't afford to sub, that doesn't really track. What you mean
that doesn't really track.
I'm so irresponsible with my money, I can't support the entertainment that I enjoy. That's what...
Then DSP had this whole thing.
Wow.
He was claiming his air conditioner.
Who's this chick's name?
Stinky,
I mean, so I can avoid her on the internet.
And then he says this right after. I haven't vacuumed this room for like a month or two.
Oh my God. What is with these locals and not taking care of the places that they live in? Nova, Cyrax, Boogie, Wings.
No, the AC, it was stinking. Maybe it's the air conditioner.
Maybe not
making the
Boogie,
air
I don't
stink.
know. He doesn't take care of himself.
Get an air freshener. Remember, he's got mold in his walls. His
Ugh.
air conditioner, right after this, he said he found out was dirty and he can't clean it. Might have to get a new one.
No, you know what you have to do, Phil? I know exactly what his problem is. He has the same air conditioner as I do. It's the air conditioner that's inside of the... You don't put the actual box itself in the window. What you do is it's its own thing, and it's in the room with you, but then there's a hose, like think of a dryer hose, going to a screen that you put inside the window. So really, you don't even have the device in the window. It's on the side of the window, and then you have like a vent going outside. There is condensation and water that builds up inside of the air conditioner as this thing is being run. I can guarantee you he never empties this water container. This condensation from the machine that's making the cold air. There's not just one, I guess, for lack of a better term, port or an opening or like a dial or something like that to let it out. So you got to take this air conditioner outside and drain it. There's one at the bottom. There's a little twist off part at the bottom, a little nozzle at the bottom, and a little nozzle like kind of halfway up. There's two of them. So that almost kind of leads me to believe that there's two reservoirs that get filled up with water. But I could be wrong.
All the food that has been dropped on that floor during DSP.
DSP, the first e-girl. Who would be technically the first e-girl? I'm sure everybody would say like... who was the bathwater girl? Like the first really popular one, but I'm talking about like legit first e-girl.
Think about all the loads that happened on
Sunny?
May 1st and beyond.
Sunny from
and
WWF?
all that combining to smell up that room with all those electronics in it. Absolutely disgusting. Then we have this clip from Side Scrollers where they noticed the hand gestures that DSP makes.
Actually, Blabs was the one that pointed it out, and I didn't know she had that freak in her. Blabs. Trying to party? Trying to party? Momo was before her. Okay.
DSP.
I'm going to Google that name right now.
The Switch 2. And look, this is not good. I'm going to tell you this right now. Like, don't do this. but it's also kind of his fault in doing this. But let's just kind of go through the saga with him really fast.
Confirm.
That's her.
I got it from Walmart, of all places.
The 4chan weird face girl.
Guys, that was a nightmare, but we did it 100%.
Oh, I'm muted. But did anyone just see the hand gesture he just did?
What's that?
No one else noticed the hand gestures he was just doing?
Gestures? What?
Let's find out. Hold on.
Wait.
I'm sure
That's highly inappropriate, Blabs.
Yeah, well, ridiculously inappropriate, Blabs. What's wrong with you?
I'm like, wait, what is he doing?
Blabs.
Yeah, Blabs. Tell him. Momo is like borderline e-girl lolcow. She would, oh my, at cons and blame her ADHD. Well, which cons is she going to? I need to see. I need to get a hands-on.
It was right there. It was 2 golden DSP. You have to.
Oh, damn it, Blabs. Like a flash in the
I
chat.
really hope
over
everyone
here.
memes him.
Flash over here. All right, let's see how this goes.
Of all places, I got it from Walmart.
Oh, no, Blabs.
I'm in line at the Walmart.
Sorry.
Now I can't unsee it, Blabs. Look what you did.
I can play the very beginning of it, though.
Yeah, she wants to
Just
go
for
back
us.
to. She's almost there. I'm gonna stop.
It's
I'm gonna
too
stop.
funny.
This is
Damn,
not
Blabs.
very.
You want me to
That's not very cash
Play him
money of me
making
to
that
say
hand
that out
gesture.
loud.
You want me to full screen it too?
I need it.
Damn, you're fine, Blabs. Here,
I want to
Blabs.
clip it.
Here we go, just for Blabs. Full screen. Here we go.
That's right.
You know-
Let's clip this shit. I'm going
Here
to
we go.
timestamp.
Go ahead,
45,
Blabs.
45.
Here we go. Here we go. With no audio, just for you. There you go. Nice. Good
Listen
job,
how
Blabs.
quiet
So when
Blabs
I
does.
looked
Yes,
up
Blabs over
Momo
here.
on Google, this is what I found. That's what I found. Is this who we're talking about? Now we're asking the real questions. Nightmare Fuel. Trust me, you don't want to do research and development for this project unless you like them thick, not thick. Oh my.
I'm just like, hey, look.
Bald as hell.
I'm clipping it. I got
course you
timestamp.
Golly. You're evil, Blabs.
Yeah.
You're the
And when DSP says he inspired people in gaming, this is what he means.
Yeah,
His
the
Games
yellow
Radar
paint.
had to put out an article, how to lockpick in Oblivion Remastered and get more lockpicks. This is your influence, DSP, on the industry. And DSP got his food, and look at all these disgusting faces. of
Every
DSP.
time, dude.
And this one, you can tell his teeth hurt.
Not okay.
Poor
Thank
hygiene.
goodness.
What a loser. And he's also going to complain
Thank
that his
goodness.
food is not mixed for him. Maybe you can ask your Mo wife to mix it for you.
Oh my. Well, one thing I could certainly say, they made no effort to mix it up.
Yes.
They literally just said scoop, 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 scoop.
That's how they always do it, Phil. You are the one that shakes it
Lid.
up. Do you guys ever expect your Chipotle bowls to be shaken up when given to you? I would
So
actually
I'm
be
gonna have
kind of
to mix
mad.
This up if I want any attempt at having flavors combined, or else I'm going to be eating a layer of cheese, a layer of sour cream, a layer of tomato, a layer of peppers,
Bro,
and then the chicken, and
choke
probably
on
the
it.
rice underneath.
Then choke on it. Then.
Right?
Right? You get it?
All right. First off, here's what I'm going to do. Right here,
Bro.
there's a piece of the chicken. It's sitting by itself. Okay? So, I'm going to taste just the chicken by itself at first. Let's see how this tastes. Ready?
Devour.
Well, it's way overcooked, but it is still soft and moist. It's very sweet. And then
Umukins, the
on the
cosplayer.
back end,
That's
hits you
what
with
was
spice.
throwing me.
So it has a
Yo,
back-end burn
okay,
at the
so I was
all right?
kind of
So
right
here's what the
because
bowl
I
looks
saw
like,
Momo.
not mixed together.
Also,
I'm going to attempt to mix the bowl up and see what it'll look like if
I'll
everything's
show you what
mixed.
I'm
As you can
talking
see, like I
about.
said, they make no effort to mix anything in this bowl at all. I see the corn salsa they just put right on top of scoop. There's the corn. Holy moly. Like, how am I going to eat this? It's going to be a messy meal. It's going to go everywhere, right? I'm going to eat that thing off there. Onion was stuck. This is very messy.
well, Phil,
Like, and it's heavy, so you can't, like, how do you hold it with one hand and eat it with the other? It's too heavy. You got to have it on, like, a flat surface. Too much cheese. I didn't know they were going to put this much cheese. It's like way too much cheese in my opinion. I don't even see that much chicken. Like where? There's the black beans. I just found them. They're right there.
This is the Momo that I saw.
This is not going to be evenly distributed in any way. Where? I barely see any chicken. Do you guys see much chicken? I don't see that much. I see a whole lot of
okay, I
beans
could see it, but I think this is someone else.
Tons of beans. There's giant clumps of rice. But where the hell is the chicken?
Then DSP played Minecraft, and he got confused by the fishing mechanic in Minecraft.
He
and
would.
complained that the game is not telling him what to do. His audience had to tell him how to hook in a fish. And then retcon things again about Minecraft, saying the first time he quit because it became all about building stuff and not fun like now.
What?
He can chill with his audience.
Minecraft
That
is
right.
specifically
He was
about
complaining
building
that he had to
things.
build in Minecraft. And then the money was not coming in. And he's complaining that he hasn't got support in over an hour.
The
and wants
Dan
a
chick,
delicious tip.
that,
And
like,
the money
black
was still
pink.
not there. So you know what that means. The one-time
The
offer
Chipotle app
for
lets you choose
kickbacks
the
is
amounts you
back.
want.
And you give him $20 and you can name an animal, dude.
Oh my god, this is like the Pokemon game all over
And
again.
someone was joking around saying, I'll give you money if you can do a backflip on camera. And DSP said, because he's skinny now, he can do a backflip. Not
Bro.
like before, when he was fat, he couldn't do a backflip. But he can't now because of his back. And the money was still not coming in, and now he's threatening to
convenient.
wage quit Minecraft if people don't start supporting. And then he had this to say about the kick users.
Let me ask a question to the chat. Qdoba or Chipotle?
Well, no one is taking me up on my offers on Kick, so I rescind the offers. Forget it. I'll not do the offers anymore. If no one wants them, I give up on them. No more.
Yeah, give up, Phil. Oh, absolutely. Even back when in
I
his
would like to say,
bodybuilder
It's Me Ken is still here. I
days.
want to personally thank It's Me Ken, because It's Me Ken was insanely generous during my birthday week. It was a stream before my
Give
birthday.
me money,
and my
give me
birthday
money,
stream.
give me
It did
money,
insane
give me
amounts
money,
of
give me
both
money.
songs. So thank you so much, It's Me Ken, for that. That was really, really appreciated, man.
Then DSP finally got some kick subs, and was a user called Zangief Backshots with 10 gifted subs. And this is the thumbnail for his Chipotle honey chicken. DSP tries it. And also during that video, he said the honey chicken is sweet tasting. Amazing. Just amazing there, Phil.
Hell
Then he
yeah.
was complaining that he lost 100 subs on Kick. I wonder, Phil, if that has to do anything with Dr. Lexus not being there anymore. And look at this thumbnail. Looks like he shit himself. It's titled, Switch to Fallout, Expedition 33, DSP tries it, and Minecraft Fun, the daily wrap.
Friday, Friday, Friday.
And that brings us to Friday. Let's see how the week ended for DSP. And we start today with Bullet Bait 604. And I read this. I was like, this is the opposite of what DSP is doing.
I remember
Just
this.
banned one of my top gifters. Always remember that your content and community is not built off one person. If they want to hold support or money above your head and tell you they will make or break your career, you're probably better off without them. You hear that, DSP? Think about this with OIC and all the socks.
But
And
look,
it
if
appears
anybody wants to spread
that
some
DSP's
cheese on this
neighbors
cracker,
have
I'll
sold
do jumping
their
jacks and
condos,
backflips.
and new people are moving
I'll
in.
throw myself
Can you
down the
imagine
steps.
You move into a new place, and your neighbor is Darkside Phil.
Ugh.
What the hell that would be.
That
Then we
would.
have some comments on the video DSP made about trolls, committed fraud, and robbing him of his Switch 2s. A lot of pre-orders were cancelled. Take the tinfoil hat off, Phil. Why would you show your shipping address and account information on a live stream when you know trolls will do something like that? What were you thinking, Phil? So let me get this straight. They sent you an email about canceling the order, yet they haven't sent you an email that they changed your password. Come to think of it, they didn't even log you out when they allegedly changed your password. I'm sorry, Phil, but this story doesn't seem to add up.
You mean to
Walmart
tell me
isn't
he's
a bank,
lying?
And there's not really a reason for a CS person to doubt someone when they have that much personal information. And of course, just like he did after the 666 podcast, straight out of fucking hell, he banned anyone mentioning Walmart, just like he'll ban anyone mentioning King Snake or the 666 podcast. Then we have this from the Kick Chat. DSP Gaming Real, are you not aware? We're all checking your Walmart order now. We've chatted with help as well. They said it was a stock issue, laughing my ass off. Here's proof you used a card ending in 2792.
Oh!
It's so easy to catch, laughing my ass off.
Damn.
Then DSP went on a rant because people were saying, well, you do retro games for a viewer's choice. And he said, setting up an NES emulator is a lot of work. Then also went on to say, there's no way to capture retro consoles.
Guys,
Dr. Dean,
you know how rough it is to get an emulator going? Watch this.
There's no way to play playthroughs on retro hardware because there's no way to capture from retro hardware. For example, if I could get a working PS1 and play an ancient PS1 game and do it on my modern setup, that'd be amazing. But how do you do that? It doesn't have HDMI out. See? No. If Carlos says you can just buy an adapter, wrong. The things that you're talking about don't really work. They're horrible. They used to sell them for the Wii and stuff. They're garbage. Those adapters that are cheap. Oh, it's $10. You can play HDMI on your PS1. Lies. What happens is it completely destroys the signal. It desyncs the audio in the signal. The signal ends up being blurry and shitty. They're awful. That's why they're $10. You have to get like an advanced, really good thing to be able to do it. And they're expensive and they're complicated.
Expensive and complicated. You love it.
There you go. Dumpstack says Retro Tink 5X Pro is what you want, but they're very expensive.
I tried. I give up. I do retro replays all the time now. Well, 2 times at least. These past 2 Saturdays.
There's one here for PS2, N64, Dreamcast, Saturn. It claims it's $80. Claims there's no lag.
No lag. Wow, great stream. Phil.
Retro Scaler 2X.
Phil. Oh, buddy.
Yeah, they look like they go for roughly around $100.
But you can do it for free on your new gaming
Good ones,
PC.
that is. Good ones are around $100 from what I'm seeing.
Do you care to show us the website you're on, Phil?
Wonder if they really work or not. I don't know. By the way, I don't have PS1 hardware either. Show the record.
Then DSP declared he's excited because he finally tonight gets to eat Italian food. And he hasn't had Italian food in a very long time. And apparently his wife is cooking some slop. Then DSP reacted to the PlayStation trailer for RoboCop. Remember, the PlayStation trailer. And at the end, he was confused because it only lists the PS5 and thinks that RoboCop is an exclusive to PlayStation.
Oh my god.
Imagine that, Phil. PlayStation trailer not showing any other platforms. I mean, what were they thinking, dude? Then again, he will do this till the end of time, ranting about Rambo and Howard, not telling them they were upset with him. Even though he did a whole react to them, he still doesn't understand the problem. Then DSP hit the goal on the pre-stream.
Good for him.
However, when he went to gameplay, he only made $40 during the gameplay. And he complained that he didn't get any money except for $40 during gameplay, and then threatened to wage quit the game if people don't start supporting it. Then someone asked him, would you ever get a watch? And this is DSP's response to why watches are useless.
No, I'm not into watches. I feel like a watch at this point, to wear a watch is just, it's a thing of luxury that you don't need. And, you know, everyone has a phone that tells time. So having a watch is basically a show of like, oh, affluence. I bought a fancy watch that looks good, right? You don't need it. It doesn't really serve a purpose. So I don't have one.
Then I found this very funny. So DSP has a Kick bot, and it promotes his own streams on his streams, and says that his stream on Kick is 100% crowdfunding. It's quite funny how the hourly pay now gets memory hold so he can beg for more money.
How
And now
convenient.
DSP, yet again, is going to complain about another new game where it's not being supported.
Womp
And you know what
womp.
happens when games are not supported.
We've seen
They
this
can go
movie before,
ban,
guys.
ban,
Gone.
forever.
It's considered a discount title, but low-effort annual games are full prices backwards. Thankfully, the game already seems to be a huge breakout sales success despite being on Game Pass. Yeah, can I be honest with you? Like,
Why
I'm
start
excited to
now?
play more Expedition today and moving forward as a playthrough, but I'm going to be honest with everyone here. I'm nervous. You want to know why? Yesterday, when I started playing the game, attendance dropped and support faltered. Like yesterday, we hit the support goal before the stream started, and then as I was playing the game, guess how much
It just
I raised?
seems like all he
$40
talks about is his goals.
during the gameplay segment. So does that mean today when I start playing the game, all of you are going to leave, and then it's going to be low attendance, low engagement, low support?
And low
playing this
support.
game?
That's what he cares
'Cause
about,
I
the
think
support.
it's good, and I want to play it. It looks like it's a great game, but I don't want this to be another metaphor.
You can
I need
play
people
Metaphor if you
who
want, Phil. I
understand
played a little bit of
RPGs
it
to actually show
yesterday
up, engage, and
alongside
support when I
Tekken
play
8.
RPG. And I am nervous that today
You don't have to
already we're gonna have an
monetize
issue
every single waking
where
moment
we're
of your
gonna
life, Phil.
have difficulty hitting the goal. Everyone's going to leave, and it pisses me off. I love RPGs. You know that. You guys fully supported Suikoden. I did a Suikoden marathon, or not marathon, a Suikoden playthrough, where every stream we hit my goals. Why can't we also do that for the modern RPG that just came out that apparently is amazing, right?
Then he was complaining yet again about KickChat and how they've been slacking for not giving him money this week.
Oh.
Then someone asked DSP, if you had a chance to tell your younger self something, what would you tell them? And this was his response.
What advice would I give to my younger self? I told you, really, that the thing that killed me over the years was oversharing. Telling too much of my private life and sharing too much of my private life and making it public. And then, you know, these nutcases turned that stuff against me and used it to hurt me many, many times. You know, it resulted in horrible things happening to me that put me into a lot of problems. So for me, if I could go back to my younger self, I'd say, listen, understand that what happens online should be kept online, and there should be a separation between your public persona online and your actual private life and who you really are. You deserve that. It shouldn't be that everything is completely shared. And
that's my opinion on Metaphor. I'm glad you asked.
Publicly harass you, you know.
I love it. I love it. So far, so good. I think in my older age now, whenever I do play RPGs that are very Japanese heavy, like JRPGs, like there's a lot of anime style presentation that comes out, and I'm like, I would have dug this if I was like 20 years younger, but like it's not me anymore. So like there's parts of me that's like, I can appreciate that because I know younger me would appreciate it. But then there's other parts of me that are like, this is anime as fuck, man. And I don't know, Final Fantasy spoiled me, but I really want to get into Expedition. Expedition
I feel like
22.
over a decade ago, I had that information, right? Because back then I was like, oh, who cares?
You need to stop dyeing his hair, bro. Just let it go gray, bro. Let it go gray. Apparently, the ladies really do like the salt and pepper, so...
means anything or matters. Do you really think when I started doing that 17 years ago, 17 years later, this would be my full-time job? I would be known all across the internet as a long-time content creator? You know what I mean? Like, no. Not at all. I didn't take it seriously at all. I thought the whole thing was a joke, quite frankly. So...
Here we go with the same story over and over again.
Right? I probably would have done things a lot more safely. That's probably the one piece of advice, you know? And,
what did you think of
it's very simple.
Metaphor?
If you played business with others, like you're going to do an ongoing show with someone else, you're going to do content with someone else, you should have a clear-cut agreement in place so everyone understands the scope of work, what's expected, how you're going to benefit from it, whether there's pay involved, whether you're going to get other benefits. It should all be done ahead of time. Because sadly, that's where I got into big problems with my old friends working on projects and things, and then nothing was agreed to, and then years later they reveal, we were very unhappy with how that went down, and it's like, yeah, but you never told me. You held it in. You kept it private until only years later you let it get built up and then you exploded. Even then you still didn't tell me. You made a public video about it. They uploaded to the internet instead of telling me privately. So how would I ever have a chance to fix the things that I was doing wrong in your opinion? And the answer is I never did.
Because I don't think they wanted you to fix it.
Being more private, having that separation of public and private and not oversharing with the internet, and always having clear-cut understandings and agreements in place when you're working with others so that way there can't be misunderstandings and people who have, you know, bad feelings later on.
And DSP also claimed he stopped drinking seltzer water so he doesn't burp anymore, even though he still burps right into the microphone. And it's always funny. So DSP himself flipped his camera, and you can tell every time he flips his camera or someone else flips a picture, look at the stroke mouth. Oh. Look at that. You can tell as soon as it's flipped. And then DSP had his final stream. It was Blueprints. And he says, let's end the week on a high note by keeping the support.
I mean, I am.
Remember, guys, it's not a streak. And there you go. There's the whale of the stream. 25 kick subs from It's a Me Ken.
It's a Me Ken.
The funny thing about this is this might be the last time It's a Me Ken gives big amounts like this to DSP. And why is that? Why do I think that? Oh, look at that. DSP's top donor, It's a Me Ken, has now defected to Kino Casino.
I came into it wanting to love it because I love Persona, but I don't like the combat or the story. Too political for me. Fair. I've never played a Persona game before, so this is literally my first experience with that style of RPG, but I do like the style, and I completely stole the battle stuff in Persona, the battle menu, and I've used it for a design for my shirt.
What the? For 85 subs!
Wow, bro, this is crazy.
Has defected on the day of
you know what I like about Metaphor? The humans are the bad guys. They're all like, the humans showed up and it was terrible.
If he doubles his contribution right now, we will give him
VIP back
all
and give
the
it to Ken.
badges, buddy.
Thank you.
Ken,
Thank you.
This guy gave Phil like a G on his birthday.
You know, you gotta keep going,
subs
right?
to the casino today.
Oh,
Suffer, Phil.
Suffer.
And he didn't stop at 85 subs.
Wow.
He went up to 260 subs.
Wow.
For the Kino Casino.
Wow.
There's a chance he comes back to DSP. But just like Iron Chef Sakai and all the others, they're getting tired of Phil. He's boring. They want to move on to something else. Then DSP complained there is no Greek restaurants near him. And look at that. Renting Greek restaurants, another lie by DSP. And the money was still not coming in. And he says, I need your support. I gave you what you wanted. Please support the stream tonight. Also, we have abysmal support. And then goes on to say, he's in a bad mood, and his bad mood would change if people supported the stream more. And then at one point, he stopped the stream so he could look at how many people were on YouTube, how many people were on Kick, and who has supported on each one. Then he threatened to wage quit Blueprints and says the support sucks. And then, yet again, it's back. The Kick badge offer is back on the table. And that is where It's a Me Ken came in and gifted 22 memberships. And then he was shaming people for not supporting on Kick, saying,
That being said, it is the first game I disliked. That makes me actually want to understand why I do. Well, there you go.
This week, it's only been 1 or 2 people gifting subs this week, and no one else. And I pointed this out. Every single game he played this week, plus Smart Guys, plus Legos, he has threatened to wage quit. That is the future of DSP. Wage quit everything. Then, very weirdly, DSP says he's taking time off next week. For
Which
Thursday,
is tomorrow.
A doctor's appointment to Sunday. And as Agent Proper points out, that in the leaked DMs, he talked about visiting his mom in April because she had very limited time left. And then the daily lap was all about low attendance, people not giving money, goals, streak, blah, 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 money talk.
Did you happen to beat the whole game? Did you happen to clear the whole game, Ranter? Or, like, I'm still in the first, like, literally the first part. So, like, I'm in the mines right now.
Announced that Nintendo has announced that some pre-ordered Switch 2 consoles might arrive after June 5th release date due to overwhelming demand. And I quoted this and said, imagine this happens to DSP and he can't get day 1 views.
Ha!
And that's how the week ended. If you like that, click that like, share the video, leave a comment below, hit subscribe my other channels on the details of the end cards. And as always, I love each and every one of you. Hope you all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love.
Thank you, Dashfire, for another excellent video. If you haven't done so already, please do click that link right there. Go to that page, subscribe, like, share, comment. Let them know I sent you. And guys, we're going to call it a stream. I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for coming out here tonight, live on Wednesday, the 30th of April, 2025. And I want to thank everybody that's watching this on the replay, on the premiere. Please let me know in the comments what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it. Let me know what you want to see us discuss in the future. Let me know what type of games you want to see on the retro replays. Lechero has let it be known that they want to see me play Tournament Fighters Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the Cowabunga collection. So we will definitely be doing that. Saturday morning and throughout the day, we're going to do a Set Mania Marathon where I will have my sweatsuit on. I'll also have goals in place for the weighted vest and the weighted ankle bracelets. It should be a lot of fun. Beat the first boss, and then you were like, I'm done. That's where I'm at right now, Ranter. That's where I'm at right now. But to be perfectly honest, I really want to play Expedition 33. The French game, whatever. So do stay tuned. We will get a lineup eventually. It's been a while since I've done my last lineup, but I need to be better about that. The next time that I'll see you guys will probably be Friday. I think we'll just do a quick little stream on Friday. So we don't cannibalize the Saturday marathon. But who knows? We'll just do a vibe check and see how it's all going to turn out. If you're watching this live, as soon as we end, we're going to kick it on over to Kinda Sav. She is doing a react to DSP playing with Lego with Shroom Dukem. And then if you're hanging out with us over on Twitch, I'm going to send you over to our buddy Pro Locar, who should be live streaming Grand Theft Auto 4. And if you're watching this on the replay, thank you so much for hanging out with us, watching this on the replay. Really do appreciate your company. And if you want to keep the conversation going, like I said, leave a comment. I'm telling you, Koraz, Pro Locar, give him a chance over on our Twitch channel. And then, of course, Kinda Sav. You know she does good work. So, with all that being said, guys, I love each and every one of you platonically and consensually. Please stay happy, healthy, and hydrated. And until next time, take care, be safe. Peace.